Amid mounting climate disasters and growing water insecurity across Africa, civil society groups have launched a coordinated campaign to resist the privatization of water resources. Operating under the umbrella of Our Water, Our Right Africa Coalition, the coalition began the Africa Week of Action Against Water Privatization with a press briefing at the Lagos headquarters of Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa, CAPA. The executive director of CAPA, Akimbode Oluwafemi, in his address, lamented that at a time when urgent public investment is needed to show up equitable and resilient water infrastructure, governments are instead bowing to pressure to privatize. In a statement read on his behalf by CAPA's program officer for water campaign, Sefa Ipa, the coalition painted a stark picture of how climate change is reshaping the African continent, with water, or the lack thereof, emerging as the most immediate and devastating impact. The coalition urged that these challenges demand urgent public investment in resilient water infrastructure and no further privatization. The coalition criticized the growing promotion of desalination plants as a climate-resilient solution. While acknowledging the urgency of water scarcity, it warned that desalination, often led by private companies under long-term contracts, is environmentally damaging, expensive, and exclusionary.
At a time that we need stronger, publicly accountable systems to guarantee universal access, we are seeing growing pressure to privatize our water systems and hand control of this essential resource to profit-driven corporations despite overwhelming public opposition. While nature cries for justice in the face of the climate emergency, capital sees opportunity. Multinational corporations now peddle desalination and other privatization schemes as climate solutions, selling back to us the very water that belongs to the people. Today, we reject these false solutions. We assert that the way we protect and govern water will determine whether our communities can endure the crisis ahead. The resistance against the commodification of water from local communities is not an isolated struggle. It is part of a broader continental affirmation that public services, when transparently managed and democratically governed, form the very firm foundation of social justice and climate resilience. In this collective defiance lies the blueprint for our collective survival. We are therefore deeply encouraged by the solidarity of our global allies, including corporate accountability in the United States and representatives of the United Nations. Your presence here today reaffirms that the struggle for public water is not just an African thing, but universal. As we begin this week of action, let us carry forward this collective spirit. The understanding that defending public water is, in essence, defending life itself. Let us strengthen our resolve to build climate-resilient societies anchored on equitable, publicly governed water system that serves all of us, especially the most vulnerable. Let us continue to proclaim, with conviction and with clarity, that water is life and not for profit.
We reject this trend outright. OWRAC rejects this trend outright. The climate crisis must not be turned into a pretext for water privatization. Climate resilience is not an abstract slogan, neither is it built on the transfer of public goods into private hands. It is the capacity of societies to absorb shocks, protect ecosystems, and guarantee continuity of life when disaster strikes. Public water systems, when adequately financed and managed democratically, are the backbone of such resilience. They carry the potential to plan for the long term, to extend service to marginalized communities, and to integrate social equity with environmental protection. Privatization, by contrast, undermines resilience and thrives on short-term profit. Its record across Africa and beyond is consistent, neglecting low-income and rural communities considered unprofitable. as well as raising tariffs that lock the poor out of access. In times of climate stress, such models only deepen exclusion and leave societies exposed to disaster.
We are challenging the Lagos State government today on the basis of this meeting. If it indeed works for people, if indeed it says that what it is doing is for people's good, we are asking them for three things. One is to pause all its ongoing public-private partnerships, especially its recent one, until a proper, honest, democratic stakeholder meeting has been held. We are asking it again to open up all ongoing PPP